Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my OpenTTD Let's Play. Now, recently I pointed out that our goods outstation has got way too many goods sat at it. The lines that we've got here just can't really cope. Now, we could put some more trains on here, but we're getting close to capacity on these two lines. As we upgrade and we get faster trains through electric trains and MacLeod and so forth, we may be able to fit more on the line. But for now, we're going to use the fact that we've got plenty of room and we don't actually need to make money from this service per se, we just need to shift them. So before we crack on with that, we're going to check around each of the challenges and see how things are going on. So as soon as we're over here at the Whole Beach factory, we can see that we are up to 3,410 crates of goods last month. Fantastic, that's going quite well. Now that is a good improvement over recent ones. It's not a patch of some of you guys, the way that some of you have really ramped up that station, but we're at 79% transported. Ideally that needs to be higher, and I think it will do. The things that are probably keeping it down at the moment is the ratings at this station. So the ratings at this station are very good, but they need to be better. So for that to be better, we need better trains, and they'll be coming sometime soon. So that's going okay. What else have we got? We've got the Exeter Challenge. So the Exeter Challenge, town is growing nicely now. We did do some changes recently where we connected up some of the roads so that buildings can access this part of the grid, and it looks like we're getting a few little buildings pop up along this direction now. And I don't know whether to help the town grow this way more. I guess I need to. So it's going to cost a good bit, but we've got 70 odd million in the bank there, so we can just afford to just keep it all level. And it doesn't have to be level. I just would like it to be. Am I making things more difficult for myself by making it level? Maybe. Maybe I am. There we go. Now we're doing this city as a 2x2 grid. I'm not sure if that's what the map's set to, whether it's set to a 2x2 grid, but there we go. Now we're sort of getting close to threatening this direction. Look, the town has actually built a piece of road there that went up a little too high, so let's get rid of that. There we go. Now at the time of recording, OpenTTD 1.12 beta is out for people to test, and in that it brings several improvements to the way that multiplayer works. And now this isn't Steam integration. People have confused it with Steam integration. It's not that. There is a way for you to be able to give your friends a link to play OpenTTD or a code, and it will just work without having to port forward. Now the way that it probably does this is it goes through the OpenTTD servers and it does routing and IP caching and all sorts of weird stuff like that, but it means that if you just want to get it up and running, you can do. But that is for ad hoc gameplay. What about dedicated servers? Well, actually there's something new coming for dedicated servers as well, and I'll tell you about that later on. Well, there we go. We've expanded Exeter now, and we're at 39,000. The town's growing every 5 days. Let's fund new buildings to make it 3. Let's just push that there. Brilliant. Okay. Now, up at the Highland Highway Challenge, we did complete the main part of the challenge by putting a highway through, and we have expanded it, and I think we will do more expansions in the future at some point. But let's just see how things are looking. So we do have vehicles. Yep, vehicles are using the junction as expected. Have we managed to get connected? Oh, look! It's Cumberlord. It's that town that I have trouble pronouncing in my rail route Let's Play. Well, that must mean that... Oh, look, there's Glasgow, yeah. So, somewhere over here... So if that's there, does that mean... Well, there's Bathgate. I'm trying to work out the way it's laid out, and I'm guessing the layout of the land. I might just throw a screenshot of that up on the screen now if I remember. I probably won't. In which case, you're going to have to go over to my Let's Play series and check it out. Yeah, I'm noticing some of the town names from that Let's Play. Okay, cool. Anyway, what I was saying is that it looks like we're doing good in Glasgow and everything seems to be flowing quite nicely. Where is my station? There's my station. Did I accidentally turn off station labels at some point? There we go. Let's just put that back. There, back to how it should be. So, Edinburgh, yeah, we've got an excess of vehicles there. I think if we clone those out just a little bit, that will help. But same as Glasgow, look, we've got 3,000 passengers there. I feel like we need a special service, maybe something that comes along the back roads here. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments what you think. What you think that would be good for that. So we're going to clone. See, the problem is I have to be careful at Glasgow because a lot of these ones are going to Inverness. And at Inverness, we do have a surplus of passengers at Inverness as well. So let's clone them. Send a few on their way. Right then, so that's all good. Of course, we haven't started the new island challenge because there it is, the new island challenge, because we need a lot of money to do that. That is definitely a late game sort of thing. We'll do it close towards the end of the series. If you are doing much better than me in your Let's Play, then maybe you will have started this already if you're following along. So there we go, that's all very good. Let's just check in on Corsham Interchange, and we've still got 8,000 people there. So we've got 1,600 to any station, 1,300 to Yate. Yate again. Yate is busy. Where's my depot? There it is. Let's throw some more in. More Yatey buses. There we go. We're up to 488 road vehicles now. Swindon actually looks like it's in a close second place there. So if we go over to Swindon, throw a few more on there as well. Why not? There we are. Brilliant. Okay, so we've gone around and checked everything, and everything seems to be rolling pretty good. Just going to have a look at the station list and just say, let's have a look at the station list. Sort by total weight in cargo and just see if there's anything that's alarming, apart from obviously goods out. That's the main thing we're going to sort today. Oh, look, Dis Farm Hub. Dis Farm Hub is short on trains. On both trains by the looks of it. So we will clone a livestock and a grain and a livestock and a grain and send them on their way. Hopefully that helps with the problems we've got there. Coal Hub Pickup North has got a lot of coal at it, but that's okay for now. We've got the Woolston Hub. Now we did have a problem with the trains round here, which would have caused a bit of a backlog, but there does appear to be a little bit. Let's do 1 grain and 2 livestock. It's a relatively long route. There we go, just to help that out. Now these lines aren't as saturated as the goods line. This hub seems to have a load of trains at it. So I don't know if there was a train that's broken down or caused any issues. But there does appear to be quite a lot of grain. So, oh, and there is a grain train waiting to come out. Okay, we'll leave it at that. So, unlike all the other ones that we've just done and just thrown more trains at it, we can't do that here at Goods Out, because if we just keep throwing trains at it, we're going to have problems with this line. It's just going to clog up and it's going to be a slow-moving snake. We don't want that. What we're going to do is we're going to use a couple of these platforms over here. We're going to build in standard railway construction because we're not using electric trains just yet, and electric lines cost more in maintenance, and of course maintenance is an important part of this Let's Play. It's part of what makes this Let's Play difficult. I think if it wasn't for maintenance, it'd be a lot easier to play this particular map and this challenge. So I think we need a gap of 4 there to get under here. Yep, there we go. And then our trains are 6 in length, so we need to come to here after the bridge before merging with this track. Oops. There we go. And the reason why I leave 6 coming out the station is our trains are length 6, which means that if the trains are merging here and they're having to wait, then a train can wait for this merge without blocking the switch in front of the platform, which means it leaves trains to be able to move in and out. If this was further back, like here, and was merging in there, the back end of the train would be in this section, potentially crossing this section, and that would take out those 2 platforms from being available for incoming trains. So that's why we leave a length on the exit of this sort of platform. Okay, there we go. So there's our lines. We need depots. Definitely need some depots. So we'll do double depots. For the most part, I can't think of any reason why you wouldn't do a double depot, except maybe space. Like if you were short on room for some reason. I don't know. So that's that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do a drop-off station at Peterborough. Now, I think early game we actually had a station at Peterborough for dropping off goods. And we're going to do it a little bit different, I think. It's going to be... Why is there a bridge there? What on earth are they playing at? Looks like they're bridging over nothing. A bridge to nowhere, that's what that is. Right, now, just because I can't see very well, I'm going to turn off the trees. There we go. So we can easily get a set of platforms in there. And I think for what we're planning, just a standard 2-track terminus will do. We've probably overdone the complexity here with having 4 platforms. But for drop-off, I think two will do. This is not an efficient station, but I don't foresee a lot of throughput. I don't feel the need of there being a lot of throughput. So we'll come away from the station, and ideally... I say we want to come down here. Oh, that one just completely connects right up. I was trying to work out how I can get them to line up, and they just did. Brilliant. Fine. I'm happy with that. There we go. So what we're going to do different here... What do you mean you can't build signals here? There you go. What we're going to do different here is we're going to have a small amount of trains, and we're going to have no full load order. So let's just clone one of them, get rid of the orders, tell it to go to the station, and then come down here and offload. It's actually, Peterborough's actually expanded out into this little village, and we're actually counting as that as the villages where we're dropping off. The Peterborough station here, look at that, 4,000 passengers. I feel like once we get a better flow on the main line through faster trains, we'll get better flow and better rates. It looks like Peterborough has started building their own grid in. I'm pretty sure this is... hang on. This is the road I put in? Yeah, that's the road I put in. It doesn't match up. There we go. Let's help it out by putting the road where it wants it. There we go. Has that happened in other towns as well? Let's have a look at Newark. Well, Newark's just a bit of a mess. Doncaster? Maybe. Doncaster's just a bit weird as well, but never mind. Okay, it all looks okay. I mean, the important thing is that it does expand around the other side of the station. growing the town out further than the catchment of the station doesn't help massively right away. It only helps if the town centre, so like these big buildings, then start replacing the houses like they have here. So that's really good that it's done it like that. Right, so we've got one train going. I feel like maybe 3 or 2. Probably let's go with 2 to begin with. Okay, so we're going to unpause. And the noisy trains, I'm going to just check the volume of my headset. Yeah, my headset's a bit loud. There we go, that's better. So the idea here, and I actually have to set those trains going, is that when these trains are going, they'll come to the station. If there's loads of goods, they'll fill up on goods, absolutely take the lot, and then leave. Okay, and if there are no goods, they'll nip in, they'll load nothing, and go again. So the idea is that there is a primary and a secondary. The primary is this main goods route. These ones will be leaving fully laden every time, taking it all the way down to London. These ones will only leave if hang on a minute, what happened there? Why is it empty? Is it because cargo distribution? Cargo distribution. My plan has failed. Oh my goodness. Okay, so if you were playing without cargo distribution, everything I've said up until now is true. However, we're playing with cargo distribution, and this is terrible. It's not doing what I hoped. But if we can split a bit of the output from the 2 different platforms, that might be better. Okay, let's set these to full load, and we'll just have these as helpers. So if the amount of goods waiting, I'm not sure about this. Hang on a minute, does my station accept goods? Yes, it does. Okay. So the train is loading, but there's no crates yet that want... Oh no, they are coming in now. So it's just going to take the load off this side a little bit. We'll have to see how it goes. It's going to be a bit of an experiment to have a little short route taking away some of the demand. Maybe that will help with all these trains that are going backwards and forwards. The ratings have slipped, which is a bit rubbish. Oh, and the amount of transported has gone down as well. Is it time that we looked at potentially upgrading? Let's have a look. So if we go to trains, manage list and replace vehicles. Okay, so the last time we upgraded, that's all finished, so we can do stop replacing vehicles on that. And if we do a sort by reliability, scroll down to the bottom, ignore the, well, oh, I don't know actually. Is it worth starting to think about switching to some of the Tim? The Tim could be a fantastic train. It's so fast. 241 compared to 160. So much more horsepower. More reliability, longer lifespan. I feel like it's worth it. Just to have it go faster around the network as well. And to have the better reliability. But it's going to cost us around 4 to 5 million a year extra to upgrade the network to electric. So at the minute well, apparently last year we made 11 million. That's if you don't, if you take into account new vehicles as well. So if we get rid of construction and new vehicles, then you're talking like 30 million. So we're not going to plunge the company in debt. let's roll the dice, take the gamble, turn the network entirely electric, upgrade, and see what it does to the operating profit. The operating profit is doing quite well. It's on the up anyway. We've been making some good improvements recently. We've been fixing some broken things, expanding the network rapidly, and all of those things are brilliant for pushing your operating profit up. So maybe this kind of gentle upward slope will just spike up as soon as we transition. So let's get a extra viewpoint, and with that extra viewpoint we're going to go to the bottom of the world. We'll get the electrified railway construction tool and choose to convert from the top of the world to the bottom of the world. I'm going to hold shift. It's going to cost us nearly 10 million to convert, and then about 4 million I reckon in costs. So if we look at infrastructure at the moment, there are a few pieces of electrified railway lying around on the network, but most of it is standard railway, and it costs 17.5 million. So here we go. Okay, so it's gone from 17.5 million to 26 million. It's actually costing us 9 million a year more. 9 million a year more in just in maintenance, and that cost us about 10 million to upgrade. But now it's all electric. The entire network is electric, so we can now go to manage list, replace vehicles. And because this train here has two ends on it, we need to do wagon removal on. What this does is it makes auto replace keep the length of the train by removing wagons. It starts at the front, if replacing the engine, if replacing the engine would make the train longer. So the engine, the Floss 47 is one engine in width. The TIM is two engines in width, so it removes the front wagon. In most cases, the wagons are all the same, so it doesn't matter. The only ones we've really got a bit of a split are on the farm ones or on the passenger and mail services. And I always put the bigger number of carriages at the beginning for this reason. So, for example, if you've got a train and you want it 50-50 livestock and grain, but you've got like an odd number of wagons, you put maybe an extra grain one on there. Make sure that's at the front, so that wagon, if and when you do wagon removal, that extra grain one gets removed and you end up with an equal train. That's the theory anyway. So we've got basically nearly 693 trains to start replacing. There we go. We've got 5, 6. Oh my goodness, 7 trains, 8 trains already. Watch the bank balance plummet. The amount of money we're spending on new trains, new vehicles, is gone up to 4 million already. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This is a little bit ridiculous. I've never seen such a high adoption so quickly. 10 million we've spent on trains already. Let's just bring this in here and have a closer look. Wow, we're getting close to roughly 1/7 the way through about now. And we spent 19 million on trains. We only have 60 million left in the bank account. This is going to drain our bank account, ladies and gentlemen. I'm hoping this pays off. Better reliability, faster trains with more power and traction effort. They do cost more to run, but we should get more money from this. Because the cost of the train doesn't matter, because that doesn't affect operating profit. And operating profit is more important than your current bank balance. Your current bank balance can be zero, but if you've got a fantastic operating profit, that's a good company, in my opinion. Maybe not in real life, but certainly in OpenTTD. So we've just gone past the third, and we've gone through nearly half of our money. I don't think we'll see the full effect of this until nearly all the trains are converted, because if you've got one slow train on a network where all the other ones are running fast, those slow ones are going to keep the whole thing dragging. So we are roughly halfway through. We've only got 25 million left, so we have spent like 3/4 of our money. 57 million we've spent now. So this has been an expensive year for the company. It's probably not been, I mean, like I said, this is a little bit of a gamble. In theory, the increased reliability, increased speed, power and traction effort should give us a boost, because we should get to our destinations quicker, the network should run smoother, and the train going faster makes it get there quicker, and the network running smoother helps it get there quicker. And getting there quicker means more money, because the faster you get to your destination, the more money you are done from the not the income graph, the cargo payment rate. So the amount that you get paid for a cargo does depend on how long it takes. Look, days in transit. So if you're going, this is payment for 10 units over 20 squares. So if you're taking 200 days to go 20 squares, for, let's use passengers as an example. So if you're taking 200 days, you're going to get paid £66 for 10 passengers. Okay, I think that's right, £66, yes. But if you do it in 10 days instead of 200, you're going to get paid around £140 for those 10 passengers. Now you may think, well, that's not a massive increase, and that's 10 compared to 200, but it's actually a very big cumulative effect. Now our money's in the red, and I don't want us to go too far in the red too quickly, so we're going to go to replace vehicles, and we're just going to do stop replacing vehicles for a little while, let our bank balance recover a little bit, and then we'll turn it back on. I don't know what the loan is actually at this stage. Maximum loan's only 1 million. Right then, so let's have a look on the network here. So you can see that we've got a number of, look at this now. So we're actually getting trains stopping here and waiting now. So we've got so many crates of goods that are waiting to go over here. I'm not sure if this was a good idea. I might retire this service. We are going to temporarily retire this service. So all trains going to this station go to depot. Go to the depot. I'll sell the trains for now, and we'll see what the situation is in a little while's time. So sell all the trains. Sell all the trains. There will be goods lying around on the platform for a couple of months, and the ratings will probably drop a little. But hopefully the fact that there's no service will move things over back to London. Yeah, I don't think that was a good idea. If we weren't playing with cargo distribution, that would have been fine, and it would have probably helped. But as things are now with cargo distribution, it wasn't a good idea. It wasn't a good idea. Okay, so before we finish off, a word on what I said about dedicated servers and some news. I am going to put together a little application which will allow you to manage dedicated servers on Windows machines. So if you want to set up a server for you and your friends to run continuously, the idea is that this application will help you do that and help you keep it running and manage it. So come along to my Discord, and on my public Discord there is a channel called OpenTTD Server Manager. If you've got any feature requests, thoughts on this idea, please come along and drop them in there. I'd love to hear it. Okay, let's have a look at Peterborough. Let's see how things are getting along. Okay, so we've got various trains coming through, loading and unloading, breaking down, of course. Big long line of trains all waiting. I think the flow of the station is not too bad. I think it's just a matter of trains getting to where they need to be. So hopefully having faster trains. Look, this train's catching up. It's having to stop at signals behind. So let's see. What I'll do between now and next time, I will gently turn on and off the replacement of vehicles. So let's just turn it back on again, and I'll do it until all the vehicles have been changed. Then we'll do the next episode, and we'll see what happens. Whether the bank balance levels out and starts climbing, whether the operating profit jumps up or not, we'll have to wait and see. Okay? And then, I know I've been teasing it for a while now, but it's about time we did trams, isn't it? It's about time we did trams. So, either next episode or the one after, as long as I can remember, we'll do some trams and see how they are. And I know it's relatively late game to start trams, but you know, I want to give them a go. They're in the game, we put them in, I want to give them a try. So leave all your thoughts, ideas and questions down in the comment section. As always, I do read them all and reply to as many as possible. And if you want to support the channel, head out to my website, masterhellish.net, and consider looking at Viewer Plus. It really does keep this channel going. But that's all from me for now. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.